Good afternoon. Thank you for logging on to campusweatherservice.com. We are tracking Hurricane Sandy. Hurricane Sandy is a very powerful storm system, and it's still out in the Atlantic. But right now, here in Pennsylvania, we do have a high wind warning in effect for wind gusts up to 65 miles per hour, sustained winds around 35 miles per hour later this evening. So this storm means business. Sustained winds of 35 miles per hour or 40 miles per hour are certainly going to cause numerous power outages. Now, we also have a flood watch for the area, 3 to 6 inches of rain across most of Pennsylvania. Some areas could even see more than 6 inches, so that is a lot of rainfall for just 48 hours. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some localized flooding from this event. Now, because this storm is affecting so many people on the eastern seaboard, once the power goes out, it could be some time before it's restored. So expect prolonged outages and, of course, areas of flooding with 3 to 6 inches of rainfall to come. Now, the current wind speeds across the state, I'll admit, are not that impressive. Here in State College, it's 16. Same thing in Altoona. Now, off to our south and east in Philadelphia, it's 26. But I want to be clear, these winds pale in comparison to what we're going to see later this afternoon, and especially overnight when the storm begins to make landfall. So we are going to see, again, those strong winds in excess of 35 miles per hour sustained, gusts over 60. Again, a lot of limbs are going to come down, causing a lot of power outages across the area. This is a serious situation. Now, the storm, the 11 o'clock advisory has the winds at 90 miles per hour, a minimum central pressure of 943 millibars. So it's a very strong storm system. Now, it is 410 miles from State College, and we are already beginning to feel the effects. So I hope that tells you how strong and how large this storm system is. Now, the forecast track takes the storm right over Pennsylvania. Let's take a closer peek at this. You can see the center of the storm is basically going to go right to the east of State College. It's a direct hit. And it doesn't even matter if you're not even within 100 miles, because this storm is very large. The yellow here indicates tropical storm force winds. That's right. The tropical storm force winds extend from Maine all the way south to North Carolina. So even if you're in western Pennsylvania, even if you're in northern Pennsylvania, you're going to feel tropical storm force winds. Now, the orange indicates hurricane gusts. It's admittedly a bit smaller, but we are going to see a few hurricane force wind gusts, especially in eastern portions of the state. This is going to be a very dangerous storm with falling debris and flying debris. Now, as I said, the storm is still quite a ways off in the Atlantic, but we are beginning to see some heavier pockets of rain, especially west of State College at this hour. And the rain will continue to increase in intensity as we head into tonight. In fact, we even have some colder air beginning to work in on the western portions of this map. You can see West Virginia, the mountains are seeing some heavy snowfall at this hour. They're expecting a couple of feet. Now, I don't expect accumulating snow here in central Pennsylvania. Rain and wind is going to be our biggest threat. So let's time everything out with eye on the sky. You can see the model has the storm off the Delmarva Peninsula this morning, but it does make landfall in southern New Jersey this evening around 7 or 8 o'clock. You can see around the Long Beach Island area in New Jersey. This is going to be absolutely devastating for coastal areas, much worse than we're going to see here in Pennsylvania, especially central and western Pennsylvania. But nonetheless, we're still going to see a lot of power outages. You can see the snow in West Virginia. Then as we head into tonight and into tomorrow morning, we continue to see the periods of heavy rainfall, snow in the mountains of West Virginia. And as we head through the day tomorrow, when the colder air begins to work in, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some snowflakes mixing in. I really don't think we're going to see much in the way of accumulation here in Pennsylvania. Nonetheless, though, it will be interesting to see snowflakes falling after a hurricane has moved through. So looking beyond Sandy, we have a very dismal weather pattern. On Tuesday, we still see the rain. Again, perhaps a couple of flakes as the cold air works in. Only 44 degrees. On Thursday, we still see scattered showers, a high of 35. Notice the morning low on Wednesday, 37 degrees. So it's getting colder after Sandy continues to move on out to the north. Thursday, we see more scattered showers. Friday, a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel with some sunshine and a high of 47 degrees. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm Tyler Jankoski. Please stay safe And keep it tuned here to campusweatherservice.com for further updates throughout the evening and throughout the day tomorrow.